What's up, everybody? So we're going to showcase Gen here. We're pretty much just going to showcase his new support that he's adding to the game, which is pretty much Haste 2.0, right? Anybody that is in the same party as Gen here is just going to get mad SCT recovery, because when Gen drops his S2, that's what it does. It feeds everybody's kit. So that alone makes him very interesting and very helpful to a physical attack party. Anybody actually using their kit, getting damage out of their kit instead of just casting spells. Don't get me wrong, he'll help some spellcasters as well, just from supporting them. And he will drop your enemy's resistance to elements, so that's going to help a spellcaster. And a spellcaster typically can still take advantage of having a good kit. Like, I mean, even Zekis has a break that's in his kit, so this guy would potentially help Zekis proc his S1 through S3 more, and therefore you'd be able to get more breakage out there. But here we will start with Glass Record. He has that amazing heal, one of the best heals in the game. I missed this thing. I was so relieved to see Glass Record on this character. And Super Bad Chemicals. Super Bad Chemicals is very awesome. So we're going to start with Glass Record. That should help power this guy up while he tanks and does his job. Look at his guard proc. And there we go. As soon as that procs, we have some abilities to throw. So he has that going for him just with Glass Record. But ultimately his S2 is pretty much going to do the same thing. As soon as this guy drops his S2, there he goes, and we are all charged up. We even have an S3 to throw here. Let's see, let's throw our AoE, go back to our S1, and mind you, this is a very weak Lance Evil. Like, he shouldn't be able to just continuously throw abilities like this. It's because Gen is here, and dropping his S2 and dropping Glass Record is the only reason he's able to keep up so easily here. Again, we'll start with Glass Record. Uh-oh. Well, Glass Record went through, and Lance is all charged up. And we can support him with a spell because, I mean, why not? This guy is a mage. Oh, I didn't want that to interrupt our S3. I enjoy Lance Evil's kit. I like his S3. I like his AoE is great unless it gets interrupted like it just did. But the S2 is the AoE that can get interrupted, but it's still great. It's got a good range. And it seems like he gets to throw his S1 all the time. So let's go over it again and actually showcase his kit. Here's his S3. That thing hits everybody, does a lot. And his S1 is like this, what are they? Those little petals off those trees. I forget what they're called. That's pretty much all there is to it. There's not like a large Kamehameha wave or anything like that. Those little blossom leaves, you see those things flying around. You know Gen is doing damage to somebody with that. Same thing with his basic attack. There's really not much there. It seems like he snaps his fingers and the enemy just takes some damage. His basic attack does affect enemies in a group together. So I have noticed that. But you don't really actually like see any projectiles coming from him. He just is able to snap his thumb and hurt people, I guess. So this was pretty much the main reason why I don't think I'm going to pull for Senku, because I really think this guy has me covered. He does have some healing in there with Glass Record. Obviously, I need to work on his casting speed. That's a huge issue for my character. But hey, this guy's only like level 40. Same thing with Lance Evil. He's level 62. I've had Lance a little bit longer, but if you look at the stats on these guys, nothing special at all. It is just nice to see how Gen's kit works, because if I were to just run him by himself, it's kind of a lackluster vid. We can do that real quick. And that way you guys can see his specific abilities, all by themselves. Let's see. Let's take you out of here. Alright, so we'll do a solo run with him. I'm sure he can make it through the level. Well, I know he can because he has some attack magic on him now. I originally ran him through here without any attack magic, just using his skills. Obviously, this guy does not have an S2 that, you know, does anything because it's giving SCT to your teammates. So it's not like he has that as an attack. So you're ultimately, you are relying on spells and your S1 and your S3 in order to lay some smack down with this character. So I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but we've been having internet issues. So it's been making this quite difficult. Guess we'll try again. Jeez. Can we just load up one map? Oh, there we go. There we go. We're in. So here he is solo. And if you guys are wondering about the arcs I'm running, I only have red energy right now. I have like none of the blue. I'm sitting at like 16,000. So that is why I'm running the arcs that I'm running, because they use red energy. So here's his basic attack. It does kind of hit everybody in a line. If you guys notice that. So, I mean, that's cool, even though you really don't see a projectile. Here's his S1. It's only going to hit everybody in that little orb of, you know, those little, whatever those little red things are. Here it is again. We managed to catch 2 of them there. Alright, so that's not bad. I do have skill charge 2 on this character already. You know, so Lance could have taken advantage of it. If I use it, he's not really getting anything out of it, doesn't seem. Everybody else would be, though. Actually, no, there it went. Okay, yeah, it does take a second. It's not instant. I believe after he uses it, you wait like 3 seconds, and then you get the SCT from it. It is quite a bit of SCT, though. It did just empower this guy to have an S3 to throw there. But like I said, S1 and S3 is pretty much, you know, going to be this guy's bread and butter for putting people down. I think here I'm going to target the mage. Let's see if we can get some meteor rain up in here before they interrupt me. And an S1. We'll throw some crimson flare if we can. Oh, we got a mage off here. Did I get crimson flare off in time? I don't think I did. There's our S2. Oh, check that out. We can look at his special. Cherry blossoms. Damn it, that's what they're called. Yep, cherry blossom tree. That's what this guy's little theme is. Here's that S1 with them little blossoms, some basic attacks. We're gonna get that S3 anytime now. Oh no, we're stunned. Okay, this will give us a chance to actually charge up his kit. So you guys can watch me dump his S1 and S3. Think we're gonna survive this. Yeah, I think we'll be good. We'll be alright. Here we go. Alright, there's that. The S3 will actually push people back and do a lot to them. So that S1, another S1, some basic attacks. So from a support character, this is not that bad at all. So he'll still contribute some damage. Also important to remember, his S1 and 3 have an effect. His S1 will actually curse you. Okay, there's his S2. Will it work on him? Let's see. Will we get a jump? There we go. Yeah, we did. We did. So, yeah, his S2 affects him as well. Just takes a second. So all things considering, that's pretty awesome. This guy's going to be able to feed a team very effectively, and he's going to be able to break elements. His S4, it lowers your weakest element, if I'm understanding that right. So that works very well for bosses, because typically when we go into a boss fight, we already know we're going to be concentrating on a certain element. You're building a team around a certain element. Well, however much you can break that element down, this guy can come along and be like, oh, here's an extra 10% to that, or whatever it is. I mean, all of those add up. Plus, he has the extremely bad chemicals. So he's like, I don't know, throwing meth at the enemy, and that's lowering all their resistances. So, very, very useful character. Very awesome improl. And he's using he's using the science magic that my account did not have. So I'm happy just off of this. So we will do a vid actually, looking over all his skills and everything when I have better internet. But I did at least want to put something out to show people what this guy essentially is going to be used for in a party. I think we've done that with Lance Evil, and you guys got to take a peek at Lance Evil. Buddha Fish said something about him yesterday, and I completely forgot. Yeah, I was going to work on Lance Evil, and then DMC happened. I had to get those characters. So Lance Evil's still in the mix. In fact, I think Lance Evil actually runs very awesome with Gen, whatever. You guys can correct me. But best of luck to everybody out there pulling for this awesome new support character. I really can't wait to see what he can do because, like I said, putting haste on him, putting an ability on him that's going to help him get his S2 faster, he's just going to be able to feed a team and instantly fill up their kits. So that should be pretty awesome to see on top of all the support stuff that he does. If he wasn't the way that he is all the way around, I'd be a little bit more hard-pressed to try to pull Senku right now. But I already have just like an amazing healer that if I had to, I could pair up with Gen here, Gen, and then obviously, my third slot would just be a crazy damage character. So that's the plan for now. I do think this is potentially probably the most powerful the most powerful Dr. Stone character, just because of what he can do when it all comes together, breaking enemies down and feeding your party. That's going to be very powerful when this character is all decked out and he's at a high level. Yeah, you got to work on his casting speed a little bit, stuff like that, so he can get those buffs out there quicker. Debuffs. But you know what? He can also, this guy can also be a buffer. Let's see. Where's the party? Yeah, if you actually teach this guy name giving, he can give out a 25% buff to everything as long as you have the Storm Dragon arc on him. So he could go around giving out 25% to, multiple stat buffs, and then he can just heal himself, with Glass Record or with whatever other healing spell that you want to put on him. And then you can buff everybody with that, give them a high percentage to their stats, and then you can, use your bad chemicals and you can break the enemy down, and you can start throwing Glass Record, and you can start charging your team's SCT up, all while providing healing for them, and just making a very potent team of that. So a lot of possibilities here with this new way to support. This is the first character that is actually giving everybody SCT with their S2. That's pretty damn impressive. And to be honest with you guys, I would have thought, to have a move that feeds everybody, to me, I would have thought that would have been an S3. You know what I mean? I really would have thought that would have been like an S3 move, but they made it an S2 for this character. So he's going to have access to that. He's going to be able to dump that S2. Mine doesn't have haste or any of that good stuff working for him. He has skill charge too, and he's running around with 20 SC. So I showcased the best I could of him and Lance actually running around together to kind of give you guys an idea of what this guy is going to do. Because I know this banner, I don't know, we got like 15 days, I'm sure, whatever it is. So best of luck to everybody. Hope you enjoyed the vid. We will be doing an actual character breakdown of him and going through looking at his stats, but I just wanted to show off his support function. So I hope you enjoyed.